we have a question here that is on name any two sources of sound that you can use in auditory training in your classroom.
Drums.
Yes?
The ringing bell.
Fire, drums,
Bell.
utensils such as spoon when you knock them together.
Birds whistling.
Even the
Passing
radios.
vehicles.
Weed blow.
Sounds from animals.
Sound from animal?
Vuvuzela and a whistle. We also have a
Sound
gun.
from moving vehicles, passing vehicles.
Right. Why do learners who use hearing aids complain about such aids, mostly saying they cannot hear well with them?
Maybe they were not trained to use them well.
They could have not been trained to use them well.
Or maybe the hearing aid doesn't suit the learner's hearing impaired severity.
Juliet, you're talking?
Yeah, I'm saying maybe the hearing aid doesn't suit the learner's hearing severity. Let's say if the learner is totally hearing impaired, alafu you give the learner for a hearing aid, a learner who is partially impaired, that won't help.
Okay, Salome?
So suitability of the hearing
Because the hearing aid, because their work is to amplify, so they'll amplify both noise and sound. So this learner may tend to be hearing the noise and not the sound which it is intended to be heard.
Yes.
Pascal, maybe we say it was not well fixed in that ear. Maybe it's something which was so to be implanted, then it was not implanted well. So this can even cause that child to say that I'm not hearing anything, such things.
Thank you.
Like the one worn on the head is supposed to touch a certain, I don't know, nerve or what. So maybe it was not fixed properly on that head. Ile bone worn, I don't know what. The one which is worn like headphones. So kama akiplace vibaya, maybe huku nyuma kwa kishogo, you see, it is not touching the nerve which is intended to touch for it to amplify the sound. So that can be a reason.
Pascal.
Yes.
I feel the question is asking of consideration to be made when selecting a hearing aid. Oh, am I wrong on that?
Why do learners who use hearing aids complain? It is not that way, Juliet.
Okay.
Yes.
Pascal,
Yes.
can we also say the quality of the hearing aid may be poor?
The quality of the hearing aid, it may be poor, therefore bringing poor productivity.
Yeah.
Can I talk of storage?
Storage of
the hearing aid? You find that some of them you'll If you get maybe dust inside, they may not work well.
Yes.
Pascal, maybe most of them use batteries, and maybe when the batteries are off and the child is not aware.
Mm-hmm. I've not gotten the last point, please. Someone who was talking.
I'm saying this, Pascal.
Yes.
Maybe most of these hearing aids use batteries, and they're supposed to be changed after some time. So maybe the battery is off, imeisha, and it has not been replaced, and that is a child, hajui.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. That is very true. Hearing aid amplifies both speech and noise to the learner. May not get speech well. And noise to the learner. I did not get this very well. So what is the main function? Somebody saying maybe the same, that aid, it may have been damaged. And therefore, if it is damaged, it may not function well. What is the main function of the microphone in a hearing aid? Like in this class, I know there are those who are using a microphone. What is the function of that microphone? Before we talk about the one on the question.
To amplify sound.
Yes?
To amplify the sound.
To amplify the sound. So why do learners use hearing aids? Sorry, why? What is the main functions of the microphone? Elvin, have you answered that? Class, let's answer that.
Okay, I'm not thinking of any other function apart from amplifying the sound.
Yes?
I'm thinking of amplifying the sound in the hearing aid, that being the function of the microphone.
But the hearing aid has an amplifier.
Yeah, now it's function in there.
Now, excuse me.
Yes, Josephine.
Now, hearing aid, maybe they could be fitted one as per the degree of severity of the loss that has been captured. So they're just to help this learner attend the inaitwangwa nini ile residual what?
Hearing.
To help the learner use the residual hearing whatever in a proper way. I don't know, hiyo kizungu imepotea. Hebu unganisha uweke vizuri. Ile yenye libaki, hearing aid itasaidia. That's why it is called an aid. Ili asipoteze zaidi. Na unajua, as they give one a hearing aid or whichever aid, it has to be, one has to go through screening, whatever. Then after getting the severity, or the degree of the severity, they give you the particular aid that will help you to function well, just as your counterparts who have not lost their hearing aid.
Wow, thank you very much, Josephine, for that.
Imesemeka kweli ama ni kizungu yenye imeanguka?
Juliet. Juliet imeingia. Juliet.
No, my hand is not up. I have nothing to react on.
Okay, then if there is none, then we carry on. So give the reason why it is important to provide hearing aid to a child who is hearing impaired.
To help the child to hear.
To help the child to hear. Other than helping the child to hear.
Pascal, I didn't hear what you said last. Are we still on question 17?
18.
Oh, okay.
Na kuna mtu nimesikia na lala darasani. Huyo mtu atapigwa na Zoom.
Yani
si umesikia mtu akidream?
Pascal,
I
don't know whether this one is correct. Can you
aliweka
say
simu
it
gani?
to avoid further?
You talk.
Can you say it avoids? Can you say it avoids further loss of the hearing ability, in that the child will not be straining by using the hearing aids? I'm not sure whether I'm correct.
So it reduces the effects of the hearing disability by amplifying the sound, eh?
I'm not sure whether it's correct. Maybe I want to be correct.
Josephine.
Sema.
Leta kichwa hapo tuambie, is it correct?
Gani hiyo? Number.
Rosaida, repeat now. Josephine is listening.
Josephine, wacha kulala. I was saying, can you say it reduces further loss of the hearing disability?
Najua there are so many things that can cause the hearing disabilities. So I think aid ni ile tu kusaidia the remaining part that you are having not to function well, or to help you function just as. But
my thinking was, like for example, if you don't have you have eyes problem, and then you keep on straining, the disability becomes more. Same years, but now when you're having hearing aids, it will make you not to strain more, and then will reduce the effect of that disability.
To some extent, I think to some extent, because in struggle more. Ingawa there is medication part of it which can also help. I don't know, mambo.
Pascal.
I think she's all right. She's okay. Ace.
Watu wote wanalala kwa darasa.
Does it also give the child ability to follow normal routine?
Wakati na tulale.
That's why it is an aid. Kwa ajili kama hana hatafuatilia. Kama ako nayo atafuatilia because the part which was inactive will now become active.
Okay.
Pascal left.
Your personal routine, a daily routine, I can also add with the familiarizing with the environment.
Rosaida. Rosaida.
Yes, Pascal.
Kwani ulimaliza na ukaenda?
Wewe ndio ulipotea.
Wewe tulienda.
Alafu anakifanya.
Kuna bahati you are not my neighbor. Let's carry on.
Haya, ni vizuri.
So we have a question here on behavioral characteristics that you may observe to identify learners with the it should be with the hearing problem in your classroom. Hearing problem in your classroom. With hearing problems in your classroom. With hearing problems in your classroom. And so one here, we talk about being slow in answering simple questions. This could be as a result of maybe the learner does not hear what you are saying. And so even what they are answering, whether ni ya kubahatisha, clumsiness and poor balance. This is when it comes to maybe standing in class, walking, not responding. Sorry, as we talk about clumsiness and balance, remember the ear has the ability to assist to help somebody in balancing. But now when you are having an impairment in the part of the ear or in the ear, then it will affect the balancing aspect. And so number 3 is not responding when called from a distance. So when you expect them to have heard you, when you expect them to have heard you, you realize that they did not hear you, and they may try to just answer you, but what they are answering, they may not be very, very sure whether that is what you say. Difficulty in hearing some high-pitched sounds and inability to produce such sound in his oral speech. Why? Because communication, articulation of words, sounds are learned through imitation. And so when a child has a hearing impairment, it means that this child is not going to get the opportunity of, the opportunity of learning different sound. And that is why children who are born when they cannot hear, from the very beginning, they will have to learn the KSL or the sign language. And so they also have problems in understanding verbal directions and instructions. And as a teacher, when you are teaching and you have a class of such learners, then what we are saying is that you are going to adopt what we refer to as total communication, where in as much as you will be teaching verbally, you also may be signing, you may also be writing some on the board. And then they did not showing surprise at a situation that will bring about such a response. In a situation where you expect the response to be of a surprise, the child is not showing a surprise. And maybe because they did not hear, for example, kunguruma kwa radi. Radi imenguruma na mtu baada amejikaza tu, yeye is not surprised about it. Rubbing the ears frequently, and also turning the head in one direction as if trying to relocate the sound. I know time is gone, but let's look at this. On support measures that you can consider giving to your learners with hearing problems in your class. One of the support measures here is on you can give referrals. So you can refer this particular learner. To maybe to where they are going to get treatment. You can also do the auditory training. Where now you will assist the learner so that you can use the little sense of hearing that is existing, but alongside that you can use other senses. So there's the sound application where we maybe give the hearing aids among others, and then there is acoustic treatment of the room where now this treatment will do away with the echo and the what have you that is likely to interfere with any sound within such a room. Having said that, please, I request that we get the closing prayer so that we don't keep holding people. It is 3 minutes past 10. Somebody? That is a volunteer to offer us the